Alright, I hope everyone's having a fantastic Thanksgiving. This is the watch list video for Friday, November 22nd. That's not even close to being right. Friday, November 24th. That should be right. You can see the volume just dead on Wednesday, very narrow range. You know, it's the day before a holiday. Now, the market closes at 1 on Friday. I'm only going to trade the open, say the first hour, 90 minutes, see if I can catch a trade or two. But generally, not a great trading day when they close early. But hopefully we can make some money in the morning. So anyway, SPY kind of hanging out at all-time highs. Generally don't get any big market moves during holiday weeks. So we'll look for some individual names, some setups that I have that I'll be watching on Friday. BITA. I said this before. This was on Bounce Watch, by the way, going into Wednesday, and there were no trades in it. But this hasn't broken a previous day's high since right here. And then it's just been off a cliff, down into the 200-day, and some price support over here. So pretty good setup. Massive volume the last few days, too. So pretty good setup for a potential snapback bounce. Remember, I'm a day trader. I'm just looking for ways to make money the next trading day, and that's it. I'm in cash every night, so keep that in mind. ACST gapped up and ran a few sessions ago, and then gave it all back almost. I mean, it hasn't round tripped from where it gapped up from, for the day before it gapped up, I should say. But certainly beaten up the last 2 days. We switched to 15-minute candles. It seems to maybe have found support in this area and curled up in the afternoon. I don't look at this as a great bounce play setup simply because everybody who pretty much took this home, all the overnighters from the gap up day, the next day they wake up and they're pretty much all immediately underwater and then underwater again. So there's a lot of people, probably a lot of them bailed out and took a nasty loss the last couple sessions, but still a lot of overhead, a lot of people underwater in this one. So I don't love this for a bounce, but I still think it's worth watching. GROW. Now this one is on watch because it is, it's been reported as a blockchain play. And so has SRAX, which you can see what that did on Friday, and Riot, what that did on Friday. So with that in mind, if that news filters around or if it becomes, to where people realize it's true, this is a pretty good, it had a nice 2-day run, then gapped up on Wednesday and sold off all day. So this one could play catch up to those other two. I think it's worth having on a chart. We'll see if some volume comes in. There might be a trade to be had there. VLRX, big volume day on, let's see, this would have been Tuesday, then a quiet inside day on Wednesday on much lower volume, maybe a third day play there, so that one's worth watching. IZEA had the big volume spike for this stock on Tuesday, quiet inside day on Wednesday. That one might be ready to turn back up on Thursday. I'm not in love with that one either, though, because it almost round tripped, pretty much did round trip from that pop, but it isn't back, down into an area of support. So the next logical move, if it holds support, could be up. EKSO, huge move, just an insane move. And then you've got one red day. Now typically you'd like to see 2 or 3 red days down into this, what I call the buy zone between the 8 and the 20. But sometimes stocks are strong enough that after the very first red day of a monster move up, sometimes they just get curling right back up again. So we'll see how strong it is tomorrow. See if it gives us a setup. Definitely extended, so keep that in mind. MARA, massive volume on Friday. I'm sorry, these holidays throw me off so bad. On Wednesday, closing in its 200 day. And we'll see if it gives a red to green or something like that tomorrow. Certainly extended, so keep that in mind. FENG had the big pop on Tuesday, quiet inside day on Wednesday, but held up pretty well. Held up near its high. So I like this, kind of over Wednesday's high, over 780. This one might get through 8 and through the recent highs. UEPS, just a massive move. Now, again, we don't want to become chasers, but sometimes you get, the very next day, you get another nice play. So we'll see. Keep UEPS on watch. MICT. Had a trade on this one on Wednesday through $1, and it went all the way to $1.10. Show you the setup here. It was just a nice opening range. These are 5-minute candles, so it was, for the first, hour or so, just in a tight range. And I love the break of $1 here, and volume started to come in. Scroll it over. As it was hitting $1, volume was coming in, called it out over the mic. I liked it at $1, looking for a break of the previous day's high. after that. So $1, then $1.03, and then we got a pop to $1.10. And I had a decent little trade. You can see the volume coming in, a decent little trade on it. It ended up kind of coming back down, but I still like this one. It kind of now maybe over $1.05 or $1.10. We might revisit recent highs. So we'll keep an eye on that. This one had a dollar resistance, for a while and broke it on big volume. I guess that was about 4 sessions ago. So I don't know. It's worth watching. And lastly, I've got HIBB, Sporting Goods Store. It had the gap up. Sellers came in and kind of won that day, but then the next day it took out those highs, and it's really flagging nicely since then. So I like this for a possible long trade. We'll also hopefully find some gappers in the pre-market as well. Remember, volume's going to really die down after the opening hour or two. So that's all I'm going to try to trade. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving, and we'll see everybody on Friday morning.